Do you find yourself scrolling mindlessly on Instagram Reels or even TikTok? Are you a Twitter user, struggling to find anything of substance in your timeline? Anything besides a crypto scam or a OnlyFans ad? God forbid you're a Facebook user and all you're exposed to is AI garbage and false information. Or maybe even a Snapchat user being bombarded with ads and low quality short form content. To put it plainly, social media sucks now. And I've managed to pinpoint several things that I believe makes modern social media suck. This includes the lack of innovation in social media. Everything's the same now, and nothing feels new like it was 5-10 years ago. Don't believe me? Every social media now is just a knockoff of TikTok with short form content and just has a small emphasis on what used to make it great. Second, there are advertisers being constantly pushed in every single nook and cranny of the cyberspace now. Third, so many people are chasing numbers now, chasing followers, chasing likes, and nothing's raw anymore because everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be perfect because they cast what they post through a very, very small window that nobody gets to see outside of. And lastly, what I have on my list is that every app now has some sort of AI integration that no one asked for, like Snapchat's AI Pal or Facebook and Instagram's Meta AI search feature. Everything now is just fighting over what gets your attention the most, because the more time you spend with a certain application, the more they can tailor your feed to be an echo chamber to keep you scrolling and scrolling until you've wasted hours out of your day looking at garbage and garbage advertisements. Some people here on Reddit make good points, comparing social media to dopamine drugs, where the addiction is so normalized and people are so reliant that people who don't use these apps are seen as outcasts. This user from r/nosurf says, social media is just boring now, yet we can't get off because it's so ingrained in society to have social media. I was scrolling through Instagram today, accidentally got caught in the reels. All the memes and posts literally don't make me feel anything anymore. I enjoy more real life things that actually make me feel good. Everyone in my life who I tell I would love to delete social media, they think I'm crazy or tell me they would never. I just wish it was normalized not to be addicted and manipulated by algorithms just because everyone else is. Social media is just stagnant now and not going anywhere, so it's time to let it go. Just deleted my Insta, it feels great. Life is only gonna get brighter. This top comment here says, I hate that, oh, you're not on Instagram? Because it's just so normalized to everyone to be more or less addicted to social media, and it's normal to say you can't live without. I see social media basically as a drug, so I have sometimes asked back, oh, you're not using drugs? But they try to ignore point even after explaining. This next post comes from a deleted account, also from r/nosurf. I miss life before social media. That's all. It sounds so cliche and the past was better, but yes, I miss the time before social media. Before you say that the past was bad, yes, it was not always good, but I miss going to sleep without needing to scroll TikTok. I miss my friends not having to use their phones whenever they're doing nothing. I miss family bonding and family time. I miss talking to others in person. The air just felt fresher without my phone in the morning. I could feel the trees, the wind, the smells, the birds, like when I was a kid and didn't have social media. I miss playing with my friends, feeling the grass, the trees, the flowers. And the reason I added "that's all" in the title is because, for me, there's little to no way back. Literally everyone is on their phones, their computer, 24/7. We're so obsessed with social media, we literally cater to people who don't like us or don't care about us just for some likes. But worst of all, we used to be a community. We used to have to face each other, look at each other, talk to each other, laugh with each other. We used to do all that. And I can't stop using TikTok, I just miss the strength of community. Now we're just lonelier than ever, it seems unfair. Edit. Some people will probably say I'm romanticizing the past. Yes and no. I miss the past before social media because I have mental issues. I think social media in some ways worsen them. You have no idea how important just taking a break and grounding yourself could be these days. The top comment reads, you're not romanticizing the past. Some people just haven't lived it. It's a beautiful morning outside. I'm scrolling on Reddit right now. I used to sit outside and listen to the coo of doves and look at the dew in the grass. My brain is such a junkie for social dopamine. I can't enjoy these moments as much. Comedy and art are dull now. We don't have time to sit and think. Where I would look out a window and replay movies in my head to come up with new, fun storylines or make connections I didn't see while watching the movie. I now forget what I watched and move on to the next show. We don't have time to build relationships with ourselves. We argue with people online that we don't even know. We don't have time to ponder other people. We can't hang out at parties without taking a million pictures. Hanging out, parties, little mini adventures at night with friends were so different in the early 2000s and 90s. We would go out on the town, absolutely no connection to the world, and hope we didn't get caught. You would be so bored at parties that we would strum terrible music on guitars, paint, draw on ourselves, come up with new rap songs, even if they sounded terrible. Now people want to record all that, and it's embarrassing to watch it again recorded rather than just feeling it in the moment. Your high school crush was the most beautiful person you've ever seen in your life. Now it's just that famous girl on Instagram. It's a new world now. It's super dull out here. I agree with what a lot has been said here, because before, everybody was plugged in all the time and wanted the likes. They wanted to take pictures. They wanted to just, they needed a constant dopamine. They need to scroll, scroll, scroll. Before that, people could just connect. People could just be people and not people with phones. Because if you think about it now, phones, everybody has a phone on them all the time. I have my phone all the time. But I really wish that necessity wasn't there. I wish I could just leave it and go and do without thinking about, oh, I wonder if my phone is charged, or oh, I'm bored, I need to scroll on Instagram, or something like that. The value of the human experience has been degraded, I feel like. Also going to look at some highlights from this article here. Social media is so boring. I've had a few months off for the arrival of my second child, got through the first sleep-deprived weeks, started doing many parents do, spamming my friends and family with pictures of my little cherub on Facebook and Instagram. Having a bit more time to throw at my social media profiles in the last few months, I noticed that more and more people just share stuff. Less and less are people creating or posting original content. In my opinion, it's boring. Oh, you shared another pointless meme about your wine drinking habits? Dull. Oh, you checked in somewhere? Dull. Oh, here are a bunch of photos with no captions. Annoying. Oh, here's a video of someone or some cat doing something stupid posted by some radio station in the US. Dull. When Facebook started, people posted real stuff about themselves, and for my friends and family that still do that, I like it. If you visit their pages, it's an interesting mosaic of their life, and that's something I noticed as well. Not everywhere, but somewhere, is that it's a lot of reposts. It's a lot of screenshots of stuff. It's a lot of something that may not necessarily be their experience. It's just reused content that everybody keeps seeing. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm a saint. I do this stuff too, and probably more than most. I doom scroll a lot. I scroll on Twitter. I'm plugged in all the time. This is what I do. It's just something that's been weighing on me recently, and I wanted to explore it. I remember when social media was fun. I saw people my age and older just posting what was fun, and now it feels like a job. It especially feels like a job because there are so many people out there who say to keep your social media accounts up to date so employers can have more up-to-date information on who you are. Hell, it's almost frowned upon this day and age to not be active on social media. Why? Because other people judge you for not wanting to partake in social media. Easily one of the most surface-level manipulative tools out there. I'm not saying social media is an inherently bad thing. I use it to keep in contact with friends that I otherwise wouldn't have the ability to, and you can use it to share unique things you may have done or created with the world. I just think it's far too high of a priority in life for a plethora of different reasons. Some brought on by oneself, some brought on by others. And here's what we're gonna do. I encourage you to go on a walk. Go work out, go meet people, go do something. Get out of where you sit or where you lay in bed and you scroll TikTok. Get up, do something, and leave your phone. Don't worry about having any object with you. Just breathe, look up, and look around at the world. Most of the time when we walk anywhere anyways, we're looking down at our phones. We're looking down. So I encourage you to just look up, breathe, and take everything in. Just take in reality. Because we live in crazy times, but I can assure you it's a lot less bleak than what the little metal and glass slab in your pocket makes you think. In many ways, I think our parents were all right. It was that damn phone. But yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just, I just don't like social media anymore. It's just not fun. And on a lot of levels, it's just not healthy for the human mind. But with that, I will leave you be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!